Got a reading for you about somebody who is moving out, and I feel like at the very least we have some nosy neighbors that are looking over and saying, I wonder if they broke up. It looks like only one of them is moving out. Because we have the single card and sold. So maybe there is also a house that is being sold, but at the very least we have someone who is changing their address because a relationship has ended and there is gossip or chatter, people trying to figure out what happened for this relationship to come to an end. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Key Controller. Oh, and check out my candles on Etsy. That's in the description box too. We're going to start with the Earth and Bones Oracle. That just made me think of Who Moved My Cheese. I don't think I actually read that, though. I think I just heard a bunch of people talking about it. Hello, Veronica. How's your day going? So we have Visionary, number 9, and Nest. Charity, generosity, sharing, support are the words underneath Nest, and underneath Visionary it says confidence, self-assured, passionate, self-worth, and vivacious. So I do feel like there is a network of friends or family, or at least a very good friend here who's saying, if you need a place to crash after this relationship has ended, you are welcome to, claim the couch in my living room. But we also might have someone who's just facilitating like an introduction. My Aunt Bev has a vacant apartment over here. It might work out great for you and it's not too expensive. I feel like things fall into place rather quickly for this person who has been realizing that they needed to end a relationship and start a new beginning on their own. I'm doing great. Thank you, Veronica. So we have Blood Moon, number 8. Illusion, uncertainty, confusion, secrets, egotism, and narcissism. So I try to avoid that word. I do think that it gets overused, but when it's going to call it out on a card like that, it probably means that this reading is for someone who has been in a relationship with someone who was pretty self-absorbed or had, too big an ego to fit in the car, and you realized it. Now, you could also be one of the innocent bystanders who is trying to figure out why are these two breaking up. That's entirely possible. But it could be that this reading is because people are talking about you. Ooh, let's get some tarot, actually. This is the Witch's Tarot. What else do we have? Justice in the reverse. And the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So if there was an argument that seemed like it was too much to try to fix, that would explain why we have this King of Pentacles in the reverse. I can't stay here. This doesn't seem like safe, or this doesn't seem like where I can be happy, or I can't trust you, right? Because the King of Pentacles, if this was in the upright, this would be a person who would be considered a very good partner. I feel like this is indicating that we had somebody who was creating chaos in this relationship despite there being conversations about something that needed to end, something that needed to change. So we have the Emperor and the Three of Swords telling me that whoever has decided to move out, this is someone who's standing up for what they deserve in a relationship. They feel like they were lied to or betrayed. Someone didn't put in the effort that they should have for that relationship. And that's why they feel like they need to walk away from it. So most likely that whoever I'm reading for, you would be this Emperor. And you were dealing with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Remember, gender doesn't matter in the tarot. This could be a woman just as easily as it is a man. This is talking about someone's initiative to change something that isn't working out, and that's why you're coming through as the Emperor. Hello, is it Pavan? How are you doing? Hello, Aishwarya. How are you doing? I don't know, but great timing. I hope you're having a good weekend. Hello, Callan. Hello, Noxious. What's up? So we have the is that Wands? 5 of Wands in the reverse. The King of Swords in the reverse. And the 6 of Swords. So the 5 of Wands in the upright is a card that talks about arguments or battles. Someone who is like picking a fight. I think this is in the reverse because we have someone that felt it didn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I do. It just kind of seems like you want to do that and I want to do this. So we can't really make this work, can we? If you don't want to quit doing that thing, if you don't want to stop hanging out with those people, or if you don't want to give up the roster, and I disagree with that, then I guess we've come to an impasse. And the 6 of Swords is rather unusual in terms of how it's depicted, but I think it does a pretty good job of summing up there being a border here now. You like to do things that way, and I like to do it a different way. So I guess we just have to agree to disagree, and I'm going to leave. Just doesn't feel like there's any amount of words that could repair what has been revealed as quite a difference of opinion. Could be around what constitutes cheating. 2 of Cups. Why do I feel like I have to chase you in order to get, I don't know, love, attention, respect? Yeah, it's like pulling teeth to feel loved around here. Like, why do I have to try so hard? Why do I have to ask you to spend time with me? This is someone who felt like the relationship wasn't even a relationship. Maybe I don't see you very often because we have different working schedules. Maybe it seems like you're always busy and hanging out with your friends. But we have somebody that looked at it like, what am I going to lose out on if I end this relationship? It doesn't even feel like we're in a relationship, you know? Hello, Tina. How are you doing? Hello, Montijo. What's up? Oh, if it's not your thing, I still wish you well. I would just encourage you to stop commenting on things that you don't want in your algorithm. Pavan, this is a tarot reading. It is a general reading for the collective. It may or may not resonate. But as far as magic or whatever, my opinion is it all boils down to your intention. My intention with my readings is to provide some sort of confirmation or guidance to help people improve their life. Therefore, we are not here to put spells on people. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate you. Yes, I am a newbie, so I need these tips. Thank you so much. Well, be safe, Callan. Oh, that's so cool. You'll have to, I'm sure that'll mean I can be able to figure out what you've got going on, right? Prince of Swords, 6 of Cups in the reverse, Chariot. Someone's moving out and someone sees it. Someone's like, you know, I thought they were maybe having some troubles. I heard them arguing, or it didn't seem like they spent a lot of time together. But someone's over here and they see you leave. It's like they see you packing up your bags. Or they see you angrily leaving. I don't know why, but what I'm picturing is when Uma Thurman in, can I say that? In Schmilbill. When she, oh God, am I gonna like spoil something for any of you? Okay, we'll keep it simple. When she's walking across the road and there's a whole bunch of dust coming off of her, she's walking towards the diner. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of huffiness, but also like, I did it. Maybe that's why. There's someone here who's like, you look simultaneously irate and pleased with yourself. Like, what is that over there? Why are you acting like that? What's different? But it's enough for them to pick up on, ooh, I think we have someone moving out. I think we have a relationship that has ended. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Prince of Wands in the reverse. It's okay. I don't have to ask you. I have eyes. I can tell that you've decided that you are no longer interested in that person. That's what we have here. We have somebody who's like, oh, you know what? I think I figured it out. Carry the 2. It looks like you just like, you're over it. I think they understand why. I think this bystander or witness, whoever is seeing someone move out of their house or move out of their apartment, I think they already had a not so great opinion of the partner who's being left. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Tina. Hello, Albert. What's going on? Hello, Mr. Jojo. I hope you're having a good weekend. The first 30 to 35 minutes are a general reading, may or may not resonate. But after that, I start personal questions with priority to those who tip or donate. And you can also donate a membership. Or you can hang out with some real cool people in the live chat. And like make fun of my stupid puns. We've got mirror, self-examination, understanding, acceptance. Werewolf, only the moon knows what it takes to hide this turmoil. 2 sides of the same tormented soul. Oh. So you don't have to tell me what's going on. I can see, I'm witnessing what's going on. It seems quite clear that you are moving out and you are angry about it. But I think it goes deeper than that. This is someone who's like, I want to know the details of the situation, not just because like I want to go and like have something to talk about when I meet my friends for coffee, but I think because they're genuinely concerned. Perhaps because this person has gone through something similar or felt that the Emperor's partner was very similar to a relationship partner that this neighbor had had. Kind of like, you're reminding me of things that I've been through, or maybe I feel like I could help you if I told you how things happened when I went through that. Overthinking and people-pleasing. Interesting. Each thought a labyrinth, endless, obscure. There is no peace amidst this self-imposed torture. I feel like this neighbor wants to say it's okay. Like, you did your best. You tried. You were dealing with somebody who wasn't being reasonable. You were dealing with someone who really only thought about themselves. I feel like this is someone who cares about you, not like over here like, what are you doing? What'd you mess up? I think this is someone who is a former people pleaser who sees that you are leaving a relationship that called for you to sacrifice what's important to you in order to make someone else happy. And I feel like they want to tell you it's going to get better. I feel like they want to be like, I was in that spot and it wasn't fun, but things get better from here on out because you learned that lesson, because you chose to make a change, right? Hey, Grindhard, how you doing? What else? So, 9 of Wands in the reverse. Justice and the Emperor. There you are again. This is someone who is proud of you. They're like across the street watching you pack up your car. Maybe they actually talk to you. But this person actually cares about you, or even if it's just been like kind of an acquaintance kind of thing, they don't know you that well, they think highly of you. And they're looking at this like, I'm proud of you. Well done. You figured it out. You realized you had to walk away, or you realized you were dealing with somebody who wasn't treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. And they're looking at it as like, yeah, I just want you to know it's gonna get better. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, 10 of Cups in the reverse, and the Hermit in the reverse. Remember I was talking about Uma Thurman? If you know, you know. When I was telling you about her walking across the street, a little bit of dust flying off into the air, it's after she broke out of this. I spoiled it for you. Oh my God, it's a movie from 20 years ago. I feel so bad. Sorry. This person is appreciative of what you're going through because they have also had to leave a narcissist or somebody who was very self-absorbed and it felt like they were trapped. Hermit in the reverse. Didn't know what to do. Didn't have maybe the support that they needed or didn't feel like they could start something on their own. But nonetheless, we have the 10 of Cups in the reverse, and this is talking about somebody who is leaving home. I'm ready to start something different. I'm ready to let go of this toxic connection. I know I can do better. Yeah, 6 of Cups. I think there's a friend here in this neighbor. I think even if you don't talk that much, this is someone who is rooting for you and wants you to be in a better situation. I don't know that they're necessarily glad that you're not going to be across the street or not going to be, you know, in the same building or whatever it is. But I do think that they want you to get away from that person that you've been dating. For some of you, maybe you're the sweet neighbor. Nine of Swords and the Chariot. So there's this scene in Star Trek Enterprise. I'm going to go full nerd on you, okay? I don't know if I can remember what it's called. I don't think it's there. But the scene or like the general vibe is that T'Pol is recounting a story from her grandmother about the first contact between Vulcans, and it differs from the original story that Captain Archer knows. Some of you non-nerds out there are like, girl, I'm here for tarot. But there's a scene at the end of that episode. There is also a reference to I Love Lucy, which is amazing because Star Trek and I Love Lucy have connections. But there's like a goodbye scene and the normally very unemotional, not quick to make it, like any kind of compassionate move towards another person because Vulcan, right? Does something very sweet for a young man who can't afford college. And this is looking to me like someone who's saying, I know you're going through it. I know that you had a really rough relationship and I know you're probably stressed out. I just want to like tuck a $20 bill in your pocket. I just want to like give you this Visa gift card and tell you that I hope everything goes well. Or, you know, I know you always loved this vase. It's yours. I feel like this person wants to do something really sweet. Like, what can I do to make this person feel like, even though right now it's difficult, even though right now they have to like focus on rebuilding, that everything's going to get better because I know that it can. I feel like this person's in a really happy relationship right now. And that could be part of what they want to make sure you feel is possible for yourself. Ace of Pentacles. I think they give you something. This is like, before you go on your merry way, away from the a-hole, take this. It could be cash. It could be something of value. It could be a casserole or, you know what? Maybe it's like a homemade brownies, you know? Something sweet. Something nice. But with the Seven of Wands, it's like they want to make sure you know this is the right thing, you're doing what you should, and that relationship, even if they didn't have a clear sight on what was going on between the two of you, they knew who you were dating. They knew that person was not great. Hello, Lemonade. How's it going? We've got Page of Cups. It's still bothering me, though, that I didn't know the episode name. I mean, I really can't keep track of that many episode names, but it's bothering me. Page of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Before you go, don't be sad. Here's something that'll make you happy. Some of you out there is like, okay, cash. I always receive that as a gift. Money me. This person wants to make your trip away from this not healthy relationship easier, or at least show you that they support you choosing yourself. But I don't feel like this is a best friend. I feel like this is someone who's going out of their way to be like a big old sweetheart. I made you this casserole. Because I see that you might be a little upset. I know that you've probably had an argument, or I know that things are probably really looking weird right now and you don't know what's around the corner, but here's a 24-pack of Dr. Pepper. There's a demonstration of appreciation and like compassion, like friendly love, not romantic love. Like, it'll be okay. You got this. Don't worry. Even though I really don't feel like this Queen of Cups knows very much at all. It's like, I see you when you're mowing your lawn, or I see you when you're catching the elevator. But they picked up on enough information to realize who the Emperor was dealing with and that they were in a toxic relationship. Magician, Moon in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles. I think this neighborly person says something along the lines of, they aren't who they say they are, or they are not who they appear to be. They like to make it seem as though they are a Queen of Pentacles, the person that the Emperor was dating. Queen of Pentacles would be somebody who's very reliable. This is absolutely somebody you would want to take home and introduce to your family. Maybe like with pants, though. I don't know. Maybe your parents live in a nudist colony. That's cool. Yeah. But this neighbor, they know that underneath the surface, but not apparently underneath the clothes, we have a magician. Somebody who is faking it. Somebody who knows how to say the right things and hide their intentions. With the Moon in the reverse, they are not good intentions. They are, how can I make you see what I want you to see and not be able to see what's actually going on, right? 10 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups in the reverse. I think this is someone who's going to help the Emperor appreciate that even though this relationship is ending, and even though there's a sense of disappointment or even failure over this, that there is much to be excited for after this. That this is an opportunity to work on yourself, do the things that you need to or want to, and that they could find love again. Very inspirational. I'm gonna cry. Ace of Swords in the reverse. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. 5 of Swords. You ever get like through some sort of difficult breakup and someone says, it was their loss? Or you're gonna be the one that got away. It's that kind of thing, right? They might be real proud right now. They might feel like they won the battle, or they might feel like you're going to come crawling back. But the reality is, whoever lost the Emperor, they're going to realize at some point that they had the ability to be in a happy relationship with somebody who really did want to make them happy, but they didn't do it right because of ego, because they were too focused on themselves. So we have the King of Swords and the Hanged Man. This King of Swords is our Emperor. This is someone who takes stock of what's in front of them and isn't wearing rose-colored glasses. When you're in a relationship for a while, there can be a tendency to want to make sure things are still looking good, or maybe even kind of discount some of the things that could be viewed as a red flag. And I think part of that was that overthinking and people-pleasing combo that we had, right? It's a powerful pair. And there's this like acknowledgement that if you really want to be in a healthy relationship, it's not so much about making sure you don't irritate your partner because you want to talk about something that isn't going well. You do have to communicate. So as a result, this Emperor in this relationship has learned the importance of maintaining your voice, the importance of acting and behaving in a way that supports how you want to be treated by other people. The golden rule isn't always like the best because some people don't want to be treated the same way as you would want to be treated, but I think it's still better than no standard at all. If I am not being respected, then why should I continue to be in this situation? That's kind of what the Emperor had to eventually be honest with themselves about. I have to be willing to sacrifice this relationship and this living situation if I know that the person that I'm dealing with is a magician with the moon in the reverse. Someone with bad intentions who likes to pretend that they're actually a really nice person. Good luck with that. I don't know, do I say the whole name? Can I just go with NN? Hello, señorita. ¿Cómo estás? We've got the Page of Cups. This is the like sweet note or the conversation had between the Emperor and that Queen of Cups, the person like across the street or hanging out at the elevator because they live in the same building. This person cares about the Emperor. I don't think it's in a romantic way. I think it's more so you're dealing with something that I had to deal with when I was younger. And, you know, there's hope. You can figure it out. Yep. What else do we have? This is the Graffiti Tarot. King of Wands. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Page of Cups in the reverse. So I don't know what I'm starting. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know who I'm going to see. I don't know what my new routine is going to be, but I know that I need to leave this particular routine behind. It's that, like, I don't know how things are going to end up that I think the Queen of Cups is trying to address. I know we don't know each other that well, and I know I don't know all the details in your relationship, but it makes me think of a relationship I was in when I was much younger, and I just want you to know that it's going to get better, and here's a $50 bill. You know, like some sort of like, you know, go forth and prosper. Be happy. It'll work out. That kind of thing. So we have the Sun in the reverse and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Sometimes when you're having a really sad day or you're going through something that is difficult to talk to others about, and you randomly happen upon a person who knows exactly what you're going through, it can make that sadness at least kind of like on the fringe feel a little bit more like happiness, because being understood is really not that far from feeling loved, right? Somebody understands what's important to you, or if somebody can see that there's something you need to hear and they're willing to say that for you, whatever it is, when people are anticipating how to be a good support for a person in a difficult time, it can have a lot of, I don't know, I want to say weight, but it's also like it makes you feel lighter, right? It carries a lot of the ability to hope, let go of the difficult things from the past, and kind of open up what you could potentially end up doing in a couple months or a couple of years if things change. So I think this is really talking about acceptance. That was the past relationship. I'm moving out. I've got new things that I can focus on, and this Queen of Cups is making sure that I don't get lost in the like kind of disappointment or sadness pertaining to it. Actually, let's go with the Love Oracle. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. What else do we have? Perspective, better off, happiness, and clear headspace. Yep. Things will be better once you get away from the person who liked to leave you in a bit of confusion or not communicate what was really going on. Especially if there was some narcissism here, you probably had to deal with gaslighting or having to like question what this person was really doing. So this finality is freeing. Broken, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. Releasing, letting go, moving on. So you're healing. You're not going to stay stuck in this situation, and this Queen of Cups is reminding you that you'll love again someday, or you'll, you know, make some significant personal growth, that you don't need to be stuck on this person from your past. The King of Pentacles in the reverse. What was the other name for them? Queen of Swords in the reverse. So this bitterness, I feel, is what you are leaving behind, either because it's your ex who's bitter or because you know that it's not going to serve you in the next chapter. But there's also a little bit of a warning that somebody here is going to be pursuing you quite passionately or determined to find a way to connect with you on a physical level. I don't think they're very serious, and I do feel like it could just be this ex trying to come back around, but it could also be someone connected to the ex, like a friend. So kind of feels like they're saying take a little bit of time away from dating, just focus on yourself, because there are some people here who don't seem to have the best intentions around you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And